Chapter 19. Victor expresses his desire to visit Scotland alone. He wants to look for a remote place where he can start on his work. He comes to the Northern Highlands and settles on one of the remotest of the Orkneys as the scene of his labors. There are 3 huts on the island, one of which is very isolated. He rents it for his laboratory. The hut is in a miserable condition and he has it repaired and buys some furniture for it. His choice of such a place raises a few eyebrows, but it doesn't matter to Victor, who started working on the creature. In no time, he has nearly finished it.
What makes a monster?
A lot of yelling, screaming.
I think a monster is someone or something who completely lacks humanity.
An ugly face.
His sheer ugliness.
Acne.
And his utter fearful appearance.
Crazy, nasty acne.
Who has no feeling for anyone or anything.
An odd complexion.
Probably anyone who wants to, like, act on hate.
A bad attitude.
He has to be sneaky.
Crazy hair.
And almost unkillable.
Chapter 20. Victor reflects on his past and realizes that it has been 3 years since he first created the monster. Now he's creating another, and he contemplates the consequences of a similar creation. Most of all, he fears that the 2 creatures may try to have children. Just then, the monster arrives, and Victor, in a fit of desperation, destroys the almost completed creation. He vows not to resume his labors and confronts the creature. Victor thinks of calling for help but feels totally helpless. He fights with the monster unsuccessfully, and then the creature departs, threatening that he will appear again on Victor's wedding night. He later receives a letter from Clerval asking him to join him in Perth. Clerval says that he cannot delay his departure and must prepare for his expedition to India. But Victor first needs to get rid of the body of the monster's partner. He decides to dump it into the sea late at night. He completes his task but stays a little while longer on the sea until he falls asleep. He wakes up in the morning to find himself totally lost. Hungry and fatigued, he arrives in a strange land. He's greeted rudely and told to appear before the magistrate. Since the dead body has been found under suspicious circumstances, he is suspected of committing the murder.
Who has the right to take away love?
No one. Like if they did something that was wrong, like against the law, like murdered somebody else, then they would have the right to be taken away. And it's not anything that goes away, and it's not anything that you can get over, and it's not anything that you can move, past unless you don't have it anymore. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the only one who has the right to take away my love.
No one else has the right to take away their love.
No one can take it away. No one can say, stop loving that person.
If it is you taking it away, we each have the right to take away our own love. If I love you and you have continued to abuse that love, to betray that love, to step on it, trot on it, then it is entirely up to me to take it away, to say no more. But I think that somebody could argue that I might just take away those feelings now. It doesn't mean I don't love you. It means that your love is now harmful to me. It's you who has to decide that, wait a minute, what they're doing to me isn't love, it's control or it's abuse.
Chapter 21. Victor is charged with murder and the case is supported by circumstantial evidence. The witness, a man, his son, and brother-in-law, were out fishing. They had landed at a creek and the main witness had stumbled upon the body of a man. They tried everything to restore his life but failed. The corpse apparently had finger marks on his neck. This information reminded Victor of William's death. The people concluded that Victor was trying to leave the scene of the crime, but that the wind had steered his boat back to the land. Victor is told to identify the body, and he is shocked to find that it's Henry.
Do you think that a man created a monster or that a monster created a man?
I guess you have to start with the man.
I think that the man created the monster, but during his creation, he found himself in some way merging his characteristics with the monster's characteristics.
Honestly, I think a monster created a monster. I think that the evil thoughts in the man, which is a monster, also created a monster.
Now you may conjecture that the monster was deep inside the man and that emerged into his brain and that made him do it. But I think I would say man had to do it first. Sort of like what came first, the chicken or the egg. It's a good question.
The man got lost in his creation, and he was engrossed with it until sometimes you couldn't tell one from the other.
And Myers doesn't answer the question. You have to answer the question.